Hey, welcome back to Winject Studios. Russ Johns, your host, and also host of the Pirate Broadcast, longtime live streamer, podcaster, and someone that is here to help others along their journey. You know, one of the things that we want to talk about today, and I want to share with you personally, is this idea that podcasting can be a hobby, and you can treat it as a hobby. However, if you want to get serious, one of the things that you might want to consider is joining the Winject community. And the reason being is that if you are passionate about your message, your gifts, some of the things that you're producing and putting out to the world, you have an opportunity as much as anyone else to produce some incredible outcomes, some amazing results. And right now, podcasting is growing. The life that you can actually achieve and the flexibility and the freedom that allows you to do the things you love are right in front of you. And I want to talk about that today. I want to share this message with you because this is a journey that is not necessarily for everyone. And if you're serious about treating it as a business and you're serious about growing your podcast into a business, I think it's important that you pay attention to this episode. There are so many things. Chris Ross, Zach, and Jason, you know, all of the people that are out broadcasting on the Winject Studios platform, so many positive messages are out there, and we're all moving in a direction and making podcasting our core focus, our core message. And I think that it's important for us to understand what's involved, what's engaged, what's necessary, because not everybody has a vision of all of the things that are required when you start out on, you know, a journey. You don't know what you're going to see, and you don't know what you don't know. That's two realities. So this discovery process of podcasting is number one. Is it right for you? And what I tell people is try it. Decide if it's right for you. Decide if getting on a camera or a microphone or recording information about telling a story, sharing an idea, promoting a concept, or even a product. All of these opportunities are now available to anyone that has a smartphone. I've taught hundreds of individuals how to podcast and broadcast their message. And one of the things that is consistent is the idea that you can make it super simple. You can get your word out there. You can create some content. You can create some amazing content. And the reality is at some point, at one place in your journey, you're going to decide, okay, this is a supplement to my existing business, and it's a content creation process. And I will continue to be consistent with this message, and I will continue to grow my business, my core business, and utilize podcasting, broadcasting, live streaming, all of these components, content creation, as a way to build authority, visibility, and interest in your business. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I created the Pirate Syndicate to help people learn how to build their own brand, how to build authority, how to build it. Winject Studios is a place where we actually come together, where you have the resources necessary. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The resources necessary to compound your understanding and your journey and amplify that message tenfold. So at some point in time, when you get to this intersection, you decide, I really love podcasting. I really love the idea of broadcasting. I love live streaming, whatever it happens to be, whatever that intersection is. And you say, okay, well, I can either freelance or be an author or work as an employee somewhere, but I really love podcasting. I really love the idea of getting on here, interviewing people, or sharing a message, whatever it happens to be, whatever you want to pursue. We're living in the most amazing time in history. And I've been here from the beginning, long before the internet started in technology, and watched it evolve and mature into what is just the beginning stages of what is possible. If you look in the history, you look at someone, all of a sudden there's this thing called a record player, a gramophone. It starts out and all of a sudden people are saying, hey, we can record our voices and share this information. And then Marconi started this thing called the radio, broadcasting. And all of a sudden you can record it and you can broadcast it. Wow, that's amazing. And people don't realize the range in just a few short years, really, in the space of humanity, and how far we have traveled from the record player, the gramophone, to Marconi and the radio, and then and all of a sudden, broadcasting, the television. And then it was years to be able to get to the point where you had an audience the size of social media on any of the platforms. You had 3 channels, 4 channels, maybe if you were lucky, before the internet took place. And they were regulated by the FCC. And if you're broadcasting outside those boundaries, you were considered a pirate broadcaster. Just saying. You were considered a pirate broadcaster. So fast forward a few years, and all of a sudden you have the internet. People are downloading, you got MySpace, you got AOL, you got these things, you got dial-up, and maybe many of you are too young to remember. Maybe you don't recall what it was like on dial-up. Video was never a possibility. Live streaming was never a possibility. Podcasting was just in the early stages of understanding what it was like to develop this. And the reason I bring this up is because you are living in the most amazing time in history right now to build a brand, to build authority, and build a business around this platform. Think about when Ted Turner, and you maybe you don't know who Ted Turner is. Ted Turner started the cable network, which evolved into a lot of different channels. And all of a sudden you went from 3 or 4 channels on broadcasting. You had some frequencies that were out there utilizing some bandwidth and broadcasting this. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, here we are able to broadcast over the internet. And once that took place, life was never the same. Once you had in your idea that you could connect with people around the world and you could share information around the world, and then email around 1995, email came on board, and all of a sudden you were emailing people. As a marketer, you know what they say about marketers. Eventually marketers ruin everything. We've all heard about email spam, right? And still, yet, we're still here using email today, and it's actually one of the most productive tools that still exist. And to add to that, podcasting is the exact same way. It's early stages still. People are still figuring this thing out. And there's a lot of momentum going into building communities, relationships, authority using podcasting. And if you want to start it out as a business, if you want to convert that as your core business, there are huge opportunities out there. There's people starting platforms. There's platforms that are growing. Winject Studio is a place that you can actually come to and develop strategies. We're available. Follow us at Winject Studios on the Instagrams. Follow us at, join the community today at winject.com, WINJECT. It's right down here. You can see it as we're going. It's passing by right here. It's very simple and very easy access. And the value and the opportunity is that you have access to some world-class business owners that can help you on your journey, answer questions, provide resources, teach you things that you can take in, adopt in your business as you're growing this opportunity out. There's no wrong answer. You have to decide how I want to show up, because there's no shortage of opportunities. You have wide open opportunities right now. And this is not a get rich overnight scheme that we're promoting. This is business. You got to roll up your sleeves, work hard, be consistent. I've done live streams, over 450 episodes on my live stream. Winject Studios, we're building this. I'm going to be consistent here every Tuesday. We will continue to provide value to the community. And we encourage you to engage with us, because we want to include you in the equation. It's not, hey, I'm not going to tell you my secrets. It's not, no, you're not included in the club. We want to include you in this community. We want to help others grow. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you and fulfill all your dreams. We want you to be the hero of the community. We want to highlight you and lift you up and shine the light on your ability and authority and your information that you can also share with others that are on their journey. I often tell people about this analogy that I use. We're all waiting in line at some point in time, and somebody is in front of us and somebody is behind us. And the common goal is to be able to take the information we're learning from the people in front of us, pick up a little piece of information, add that to our toolbox, add it to our skill, add it to our ability to improve, and you continue to get further and further up the line. And in turn, the thing that we want to promote in Winject Studios is this idea that we also need to turn around and we need to promote and support and encourage the people that are on their journey as well. And this idea of learn and teach, that's a common thread among all of the individuals that are in the Winject Studio community, the Winject community. And I think it's really important for you to understand that it's not what's in it for me. It's how can I help others achieve their results? Because if you win, I win. If the community grows, we all win. And it's a simple equation that a lot of people may not necessarily think about when they first consider joining the community. And that's the intent. That's the implication of being here, being present, and being committed to running a podcast as a business. There's a lot of things that are going to be challenging. You know, we've actually got a campaign going. Chris Ross is navigated through this maze of commitments and people online, and we're going to be giving away $150,000 worth of products in the Winject community. Microphones. The list is not going to end. We're going to be delivering these things on a regular basis through different programs. And so getting in, there's no downside if you're committed to listening to podcasts, learning about podcasting, building your podcast as a business, building your podcast as a supplement to add to your business. And 𝗟𝗓𝗍, yes, episode 7 launched last Friday and has 87,000 downloads across all platforms. Mind blown. Chris Ross is doing some amazing work. We have some people that are incredible. And if you're in North America and you want to reach out and make these connections and you want to get notified of events and activities that are going on, reach out, text us. Text the Winject community at 843-396-2104. North America. And if you're around the world, email 843-396-2104 at winject.com. All that information is down in the reader board here. If you're watching this live or you're watching this in the future, you know, I encourage you to think about this and decide, because once you decide, once you know that this is of interest, and even if you haven't committed yet, learn as much as you can, because the people that accelerate their education and understanding, and also maybe connect with a few coaches, maybe a few experts in the field, somebody that can elevate you and accelerate your visibility, like 𝗟𝗓𝗍, 87,000. Do you realize that is an amazing accomplishment? And these are the kinds of things that are happening in the Winject community. These are the kinds of things that can accelerate and elevate you to a new level. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. And I know for a fact that you are here, if you're watching this or you're listening to this on a podcast, any number of locations. You might catch this on any number of platforms. The reality is this is something that is continuing to grow. There's enough for everyone, and your message and your gift and your voice can be heard. You could build a community just like we're building. You could build a community right here in winject.com. Winject Studios is here. We're going to be having music. We're going to have podcasts. We're going to have content. 𝗟𝗓𝗍 now has a show on Netflix as a result of being part of the community. And it's just at the tip of the ice. It's not even at the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even landed on the iceberg yet, because we got so many things in the works. $150,000 worth of prizes giving out. That's on the roadmap. Netflix, media, marketing, content creation, mastermind groups. I've got a mastermind started up on lead generation and booking your clients. I've booked over 406 episodes, and I have a process that I know works. I know it works well, and I'd love to share it with you. So join winject.com. Go to winject.com. And if it's right for you, we want you in. If you're thinking about it, join us. You're going to get education, you're going to get experience, you're going to get activity, you're going to get access to an entire range of individuals that have succeeded in business and continue to help others succeed in business. It's that simple. And I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to achieve your dreams, and maybe some accountability is necessary. Maybe, the best coaches in the world have coaches, and a lot of times it's to get out of your own head, to get out of your own space, so connect with us. Connect with me. You can connect with me anytime. Find me on the socials, hit me up in a DM. Make sure that if you want to have a conversation, you want to learn more about it before you commit, I'm happy to have that conversation. I'm happy to share what my experience has been, what my positive outcomes have been, and where I see this going, and where I want to help you grow your business in podcasting, or even just your podcast, or connect with some extra cool podcasters that you can actually learn from. So with this activity, connect with us. Pirate Syndicate, the Pirate Broadcast, everything around it. So kindness is cool, smiles are free, and you enjoy the day.
This broadcast is brought to you by Winject Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.